Battlefield is back, and this time it's bigger and better than ever. We have got nearly 50 weapons at launch, and in this video we're going to look at everything we know so far about Battlefield 6. EA has officially confirmed a new Battlefield is on the way, which obviously we all know. The release window is locked between late 2025, so October-November, with a deadline of March 2026 if things go wrong. So expect October-November. So the campaign is set in the near future, around 2027 to 2030. The campaign pits a rogue private military company against NATO, so expect drones, railguns and near future tech. Multiplayer returns to classic 64 player matches, dropping the chaotic 120 player mode from Battlefield 2042, which is a bit of a relief because that was a bit too crazy, and especially for the console players where your consoles couldn't really keep up. So expect tighter combat, more refined maps and better squad based gameplay. So at launch, we should be getting around 45 weapons, which is double than what Battlefield 2042 had. The arsenal covers everything from iconic assault rifles to high caliber snipers, with a highlight of the FX-05, the Scar-L, MP7 and the M249 Para. Any class can equip any weapon, but your signature weapon gives your class based bonuses. So for example, Recon Sniper gets longer breath holding times, while engineers get repair boosts with their tools. So classes are back for Battlefield 6, which feature 4 traditional classes: Assault, Engineer, Support and Recon. But there is apparently a twist. Assault gets faster sprint and smoke launchers. Engineers wield carbines, RPGs and repair tools. Support handles revives and ammo crates, mostly using LMGs. Recon snipes from afar with enhanced spotting and surveillance tools. Each class has a signature weapon, a signature trait, and a signature gadget, plus 2 open gadget slots for flexibility. Destruction is getting a massive overhaul. DICE have introduced a caliber-based destruction, meaning the size of your bullet affects how much damage it causes to structures. So if you shoot through drywall with an SMG, there shouldn't be a problem. If you blow a hole through concrete with a 50 cal or a rocket, that will change the destruction of the map and what kind of buildings and fences and things like that you can shoot through. Persistent debris also changes the map as the battle goes on. Cover shifts and sightlines vanish. You can now also drag downed teammates to safety, which we did see in Battlefield 3, when one of the characters move out of the garage into the parking lot. He gets shot by a sniper and you pick him up and you carry him behind cover. This will now be in multiplayer. Only support can fully revive using defibrillators. Can't even say that word. But any squad mate can drag someone out of harm's way and revive them. So if you're just a normal squad mate, you can revive them to maybe half health. But if you are support, you can get them to full health. So as we know, there's currently playtests going on, which have leaked on TikTok, YouTube and everything else. It launched in February and March 2025. It's very limited to get access to it. I think you have to apply through their website. Everything that I've seen so far from the clips that I've seen, people seem to be really enjoying it. It kind of reminds me of Battlefield 3 in terms of atmosphere and the play style, which I cannot wait to play. So far, everything that I've seen and heard about Battlefield 6, it seems to be shaping up to be the comeback that we've all been waiting for. But EA and DICE really need to nail it, because if they don't nail this one, then I think their franchise is going to die. Battlefield 2042 had an awful fail of a launch. It disappointed so many people. The game was unplayable for a lot. And I think it lost the majority of its fan base. So, You might be thinking, what else do we actually know so far? The game's been teased, the game's been leaked. Well, let's see what we can find. As we know, Battlefield will not be Battlefield without tanks. Tanks have been reworked so that it seems that they pack more of a punch. Jets actually have a purpose now. We don't really know what they mean by that, but that's what they've said. And UI, which actually makes sense. So let's break down what we know so far. Vehicles have been revamped. So vehicles are back with more focused roles and tactical values. Instead of just dropping 20 tanks on the map, Battlefield 6 limits heavy vehicles to encourage strategic use, which we did kind of see in Battlefield 1 and the older Battlefield games. And I think that is a really big deal. I think that's perfect. That's kind of what we need. So tanks are class limited only, so only engineers can maintain or call them in. Jets and helicopters are obviously going to make a return, but with fuel and cooldown constraints for balance. Now this is a really big thing because we've not had fuel in a Battlefield game before. We've obviously had ammunition cooldown periods where you've had to go back to base and resupply. Each class has access to vehicle supporting gadgets like anti-air launchers or repair tools. And there is a thermite drone for engineers. So you can control a burning drone that melts light armor and forces infantry out of cover. What do we know about maps? Well, there's going to be at least 6 maps at launch with designed focused urban destruction, close quarters and layered verticality. The maps that we know about is called Al Marj, which is in Libya. It's a coastal oil refinery. It's a mix of infantry and vehicle-controlled zones. Reykjavik, I have no idea, but it's in Iceland, which is a futuristic city block with collapsing icebergs and bridges and geothermal plants. Redwood Mountains, which is a US-based map, which is a dense forest map with high elevation sniper nests and tunnel systems. And then you've got another one called Singapore Port, which, guess where that is? Yes, Singapore. Shipping containers, naval assets, and amphibious vehicles are to be confirmed. We've also got smarter AI bots. Now, I haven't seen any footage of bots, but bots are getting a serious upgrade. Bots are getting a serious upgrade. Battlefield 6 AI can apparently flank, ping, and even revive each other. You'll see them offline mode and during matchmaking lobbies, which I haven't seen any footage of those as of yet. Bots will hold on objectives, use cover, and drag teammates. Offline PvE modes may support up to 32 bot lobbies for sandbox-style solo play, which I think is good if you're new into the franchise. What about UI? Well, Battlefield 6 UI is being redesigned from the ground up after Battlefield 2042's mishaps. Now, we all know Battlefield 2042, not great. So, the classic scoreboard returns with kills, deaths, assists, and squad ranks. Minimap clarity is boosted with squad icons, enemy pings, directional sound cues, which is really needed. Inventory and customization menus redesigned for quick loadout swaps mid-match. It's also rumoured that a deployment forecast showing what vehicles or squads are about to deploy around you. Tactical intel in real time, which, that does sound pretty cool. So what about a live service plan? Well, Battlefield 6 will lean into a live service model, but not like before. EA wants a no FOMO approach with rotating operations and story arcs rather than timed cosmetics, which honestly is great. Clearly they're not going to just go for throwing cosmetics in your face, begging you to buy them. So there's going to be seasonal operations lasting 8 to 10 weeks with narrative tie-ins. Unfortunately, there is going to be a battle pass with operators, weapons and cosmetics. free maps and paid cosmetics, similar to Battlefield 5's model with no pay to win. And apparently they're going to be taking community feedback very seriously. So there's going to be no weapon XP behind store bundles, no lockouts if you miss a season either, which is pretty good. So what other things do we know? Squad orders return. Squad leaders can mark, attack, defend points for extra XP. Vehicle call-ins may be limited to specific squad roles. Operator system replaced with class-based customization. No more personalized overload. There's going to be no battle royale at launch. DICE is focusing more on the conquest and breakthrough. Field upgrades act like ultimates. Recon's mortar barrage. Assault's smoke wall. And supports supply beacon. So Battlefield 6 seems to be like it's shaping up to be probably the next great Battlefield game. It's grounded, tactical, and chaotic in all the right ways. If EA sticks this landing, this could be the Battlefield we've been waiting for a very, very long time. Maybe since Battlefield 3. So what are you most hyped for? Dragon revives? Destruction? The thermite drone maybe? So let me know what you think in the comments below. Hit that like button, subscribe. This is my first video like this, so it'd be great to get your feedback. All feedback is appreciated, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.